Okay, the Finnish language is actually um, an interesting language. Is one that, of course, quite complicated also, and as a matter of fact, it also becomes quite difficult when to learn the language um, if you are not in Finland, or if you are even if you are outside Finland. Those within Finland, if it's something that you know about the Finnish culture, they are not talkative. They are not talkatives, and that means that tells you that you may not really find so many people to speak the language with. And the dilemma there is the language is actually very compulsory and very crucial to settling down in Finland. Um, if you're going to work, if you're going to school, especially when you get to some areas that maybe not within Helsinki, it actually becomes quite crucial that you know the language. So with very little people to speak the language with, and unlike maybe in other countries where people are chatty and you hear them speak around, they don't even talk on top of their voices. That's the things. The things they are known to be quite reserved, which is quite good, and so it's quite important that you understand it can be challenging to learn the Finnish language, but I also I also believe that when you actually build a community where the little you know you can speak together, it gives you confidence, and also helps you to remember your vocabulary. So once you've learned the structure of how the language is spoken, of course there are so many rules, but I'm talking about basic rules. And then the next thing is to build up your vocabulary and learn verbs. You've learned the rules, the verb types, how they are constructed, inessive, adhesive, and so on. So many sieves, partitive, genitive, um, so many rules. But nevertheless, it's a very interesting language. I'm also actually challenged also learning it. But if you ask me what's my biggest challenge learning the language, is what I said earlier, finding someone to talk with. So most times I really have to. I have a small board here. I'm looking at it right in front of me here, and I kind of write new verbs and try to see how many of them I can commit to memory, and not knowing when I'm going to use them, of course. But because even when you're in the workplace, like I said, it's not so. One of the things that makes the language look a bit mysterious is finding someone to speak with. So, except you're in the church, in an area where maybe like a program where the language is spoken, not like anyone is talking to you, the language is spoken, and then that's when you really get to practice what you have been learning. It takes time. The thing is actually it takes time for the thing to trust you, to open up to you, like open their door to you as it is, either literally or in that text, become your friend, and then so that's the language. Really, the language. The language is everything. The language is everything. You have a higher chance of settling in if you actually understand the language. So the reason for this live stream and subsequent ones we're going to be having, which will schedule, will actually be to, of course, have time to look at maybe start from scratch and and then at the same maybe looking at the Finnish language. And since I'm an English speaker, I think I would understand your confusion if you're just going to be starting. If maybe this is your first time trying to learn the language, I know also I've been very confused, maybe still very confused on certain things, but now I've had at least a better interest and background in it. Before I left Nigeria, I had a 6 months class in the Finnish language. And that's what really gave me the interest. So don't kick yourself if you've been trying to learn it on your own and it looks as if it's quite not sinking in. Sincerely, even after the 6 months of the training, and the teacher was superb. She did very well, and but nevertheless, being Nigeria, learning a language that you've not heard anyone speak around you, you don't know until you get here before you begin to see applications, and so it helped me when the classes started, and we were going to be taught. So each time something is mentioned and explaining, it becomes very easy for me to understand because I've been taught many of these things, and I try to also read on my own, and there are very good YouTube channels online, of course, and even if you're going to be getting the free version, free ones, but they are very good YouTube channels. They are sites that you could actually also go to study. But the first thing is interest. You need to have interest in the Finnish language. It's very important, very crucial, and at the end of the day, the language can be learnt. I'm still learning, but like I said, it's crucial to have someone to speak with. So that's that. So this video is going to be, if you see it and you're interested in learning the language, please put some comments. Maybe thereafter, of course, I don't know what's going to join the life now. Just came to my heart. It's been on my mind a long while to do this, and but so if it ever occurs to you, just put it down there. I'm going to take a while to study and see the time if it's going to be worth it to do so. And another thing, if we're going to be having this, I'll need commitment, and commitment is what gets me going. And when I'm talking about commitment, I'm not talking about financial commitment. I'm talking about your time, such that when the time is fixed, the time is set, we need you to be there, to be around, and so that at least we could. I'll be talking to myself as it is, and they are there to learn together. They are there to learn together. So let's hear this. Let's see your comments after all, what you think about it. If you think it's a nice idea, then let me see your comments. Over the time, I'll be checking up on them. I don't know how to take it up on TikTok yet. I have my channel on TikTok, The Man in Nurmes. The Man in Nurmes, TheManNurmes. Most like if you go to TikTok and you type in The Man in Nurmes, or just type Nurmes, Nurmes, you would be seeing my TikTok platform, and then I'm still thinking of, like, after a while, what could happen there too. Because, like I said, I understand how challenging it can be learning the Finnish language, but you can learn it. I'm learning, and there's no end to learning it anyway. There's none, but you can learn it. Sisula etempine. That is, move forward. Next time, Nadan.